already. Welcome back to Trailmakers. Okay, I know it's been a little bit since I've done a Trailmakers. I've kind of been, I don't know. I've been kind of just trying to think of things to make. And actually, something that I've been wanting to make for a while is this. This is the P-61 Black Widow. One of the few American planes that I have. This one is a variant that I have without landing gear because the one that doesn't have landing gear actually just functions way better. So just for the sake of the video, I'm not going to be using the landing gear variant. So this thing has 4 main guns, 2 defensive guns. It should technically have 4 defensive, but can't really do that. So yeah, we have quite a bit. Oh, I forgot to turn off vertical tracking for the defensive gun, so it's not gonna target anything if I'm not like completely horizontal. Yeah, that's bad. Okay, there we go, that's one. This thing also should be extremely durable. Okay, I was holding down. Oh, I forgot. I don't have it set to that. The secondaries. Yeah, that was the secondaries, or the defensive turret I was using. So yeah, the vertical tracking needs to be turned off, or whatever the setting is. And yeah, of course that happens. Wonderful. Pulls down right in front of me, because, you know, that's a smart thing to do. Ay. Damn space pirates. I swear. That's why I gotta get rid of them all. Gotta make them pay for all the crashes they've caused to happen. Actually, this is a good chance for me to, yeah, turn off verticality checks. That is not that's not what we want. So let me show you some of the things how I did this build. So here we have the guns. So we have the four mains, obviously. I can actually switch this back to L1 just because of not having this being not the landing gear version. So then, of course, I used piston glitching to get a nice, you know, aligned tail. Though this is probably the only twin-tailed aircraft I think I've made other than the BF-109C1. So, yeah. Okay, now we should be fine for engaging in some battles here in the air. There's also 2 bomb pods on the bottom, so... Sorry, I had to sneeze there. But... yeah, this thing is quite powerful with all of its guns that it has. This is probably the heaviest armed vehicle I have on this profile. Oh, right, you gotta be careful when firing the defensive guns. Otherwise you will just hit your own aircraft. So, yeah, you actually gotta be careful. Okay, try and pull up and around. There we go, got rid of him. So yeah, as you can see, this thing actually, well, if it's not beating itself up, it can take quite a hit. And since we have the bomb pods, we can, of course, you know, destroy the... Oh, I'm being tailed. We should be fast enough to escape, though, I think. That might hit. Oh, perfect. Perfect direct hit. Now I just need to not get shot down. Easier said than done. Why? Why do you have to crash into me? That is the dumbest mechanic ever. Flashbulb, can you please make the space pirates a little smarter to where they, like, you know, don't kamikaze attack you midair? not trying to pull off a British Spitfire maneuver where they would like get in line with like, or like when a British fighter would run out of ammo, then they would just try and like saw 109's wing off. Try and take me down like a V1 flying bomb. Okay, yeah, you're gone, pal. Like, I only see you as a smoldering crater. Or we can just have the poorest tracking in the world. That also works, I suppose. And he's gone. Because why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he be? Okay, let's just go for this bombing run. No, of course we didn't miss. Of course I made the traverse of the defensive turret a bit slower because I feel like that's most accurate. Because realistically, it's supposed to have 4 guns in the turret, and I don't imagine it would be... See, look at that! They got so unbelievably close. Like, why? It is not a smart idea in the slightest to pull down in front of an enemy fighter. Like, in a head-on, you don't want to, like, yoink straight into them. Okay, now the factory. Just trying to create some separation. I'm getting rather annoyed at these. Okay, we have 4 guns, and yet we're still hardly destroying anything. That's fun. That's nice. Yeah, he's gonna have quite the turn time, but this thing is very durable, so yeah, I don't think we have to worry about him. So let's just go for the factory kill. There we go. And there. Also, if I go into the cockpit here, and I turn around, there's a little churpo seat there, which, technically speaking, you wouldn't be able to get a churpo in there because, you know. But I wish they had a cosmetic thing where you could have it so there's like an NPC in the seat. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. Or that they have it so it's like it's a gunner or something like that, where it auto tracks enemies. That would be cool. I feel like that's what they need to do. Like, they added RC stuff, but why not add, like, you know, NPC gunners to the game? I feel like that'd be pretty neat. Maybe that's just me. Come on, just get over here. Right, I forgot how stable this thing is, due to how many, like, fins I have. Because I have one that's kind of like piston glitch, or that I piston glitched through in the side. Then there's also, you know, the 2 elevator fins posing as a horizontal stabilizer, whatever it's called. So yeah, this thing is quite a large aircraft. It's a very interesting aircraft. So the primary armament of this thing would have been 4 20mm cannons, I believe. And yeah, speed-wise, I'd say we're going quite fast. I don't think we're going faster than the Whirlwind I made, though. I think that one goes like 450. This one's just barely clinging on to 400. We might miss that, actually. No, we didn't. What am I talking about? Gotta believe in myself. And also hope that the space pirates don't mid-air kamikaze me again. Okay, we got 1, even though we realistically should have gotten 2. But where'd the other one go? I think he crashed, actually. That's weird. And 2. Now I don't... Yeah, no, we don't have to worry about fires. Yeah, fires anymore. Only if I knew how to speak English. yeah, we don't have any fighters to worry about anymore. Yeah, yeah, you guys are done for. Hate to break it to you, you're done for. You're so donezo. Check this. I'm gonna get a double. See? Imagine if something bad happened there. That would have been something. So yeah, I'll show you the landing gear version of this after I destroy this factory, but yeah, the landing gear version doesn't really function all too well. Yeah, there we go. So let's go back to the landing strip. Okay. Please spawn the build. Thank you. Okay, so this is, of course, you've seen this one. This is the non-landing gear version, the one that actually kind of works. And this is the landing gear version that doesn't really work that well. The main reason why this doesn't work that well is just because trying to distribute the weight and also making it able to fly doesn't work, because if I add weight to the front, that sacrifices maneuverability, and you're just gonna end up crashing into the ground trying to do literally any aerial maneuvers. So yeah, had to remove all the weight blocks from the front. Actually, the non-landing gear version needs the weight blocks, so it doesn't like become more maneuverable than like an Su-27 when you are doing a Cobra maneuver, but yeah. So this thing is literally the same thing, just with landing gear, and it's just, I think, outright worse. So yeah, this thing doesn't, this variant doesn't really have a lot going for it. Yeah, other than it has landing gear. I mean, the landing gear looks okay, but like, I would much rather have the functionality in flight than, you know, just basic on the ground looks to it. So yeah, this thing's amazing at shredding balloons, which, I mean, to be fair, that's not really a massive achievement. Actually, how good is it against the big red ones? Let's see. It's actually not that. Well, it's because the red balloons are only like really vulnerable to explosives. Which you would think that a hot air balloon would be weak to any type of fire, no matter what size it is. But, you know, it's fine. Okay, it has done it again. It's done it again. Come on, spawner in. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, so it's a very basic setup. Honestly, this was a fun project to work on overall, just because of it. I like working on more unique aircraft, and this one is definitely very unique, with it being extremely, how do I put it? It's very long. It's very long at some parts of it. And also with the twin tail design, this is just a very odd aircraft in general. So yeah, that just about does it for this episode. Yeah, so I think I I'm gonna do a bunch of American aircraft next, or shortly here, just because I wanna, there's still quite a lot I wanna build. Anyway, that just about does it for this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.